Welcome to the farm.
Welcome to the farm. I'm Justin. In the last video on the grapple build, we were working on drilling out our pins and trying to get those complete. Obviously in that video, we did not get them complete. I'll put a link to that video in the description so you can check it out and see all the issues we had making these pins. But since then, I have taken some time off camera. I have drilled all my recesses in. I slowed the drill speed way down. They drilled a lot easier. They're still off center because I already had all my original holes for the grease channel drilled in, so the bit would just find that center and follow that path down, so there was no way to recenter those recesses. Still doesn't look the best, but functionally it'll work out great. So today we're going to start out by trying to get our grease fittings into these pins and hopefully get these pins finished today. So let's get to tapping. So here's our little grease fitting we're going to do. It's a 1/4 28 thread. So I have my 1/4 28 in my little tap handle. I've already tapped one of these previously in a previous video, and for some reason I always struggle getting taps to start. Once they start, I get them work okay, but that initial starting always is a struggle for me. So hopefully with doing a bunch of this practice today, I got, looks like 7 pins left to do. Hopefully I'll figure our system out and get a lot better at it. Alright, so I've been working with that tap for about 25 minutes now. It is not going very quickly or very well. This was a very cheap tap set, so I may run into town and see if I can't find something a little bit better. Maybe that's part of my problem. But let's go ahead and see if we can't get the fitting in here and see if the threads at least work. Nice. Alright, so we got a grease fitting in a pin. It's looking really good, worked really good. I'm really happy. The fitting is recessed almost flush, just recessed in just a little bit, which is perfect. That way I can put a block of wood or something, and if I need to hit the pin, I can hit the pin without worrying about breaking the grease fitting, or if a branch or a rock or something comes over the grapple and goes like this, it's not going to snap the fitting off. Should be nice and protected in there. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go see if I can't pick up another tap and see if maybe that's not my issue, and hopefully the next set of pins will go a lot easier. So I'm back from the store. I picked up a few different things. I got a tap drill bit combo Bosch, so hopefully I can use this drill bit, make sure the holes that I drilled in my pins are as close to the right size as I possibly can get them. I also picked up another handle. Hopefully this will grab the tap a little bit better, and I can also use a 3/8 ratchet in there instead of just the little T-handle. Hoping that'll make things a little bit easier. And then I also picked up Harbor Freight Icon SAE tap set. I have the metric set like this and I like it a lot, so I figured why not get the standard one and see if those taps work any better than the cheap set I currently have. First thing I'm going to do is take the drill bit, and it's actually a little bit loose in the hole, so the hole I have drilled is actually a little bit bigger than this size we're supposed to have. So I got the new Bosch tap and the new handle. Hopefully this one will work a lot better. Let's give it a shot. Huge difference already. So in less than a minute, well, about a minute, I got my hole tapped in already. So that other tap, definitely just a cheap piece of junk. That went really smooth. Let's go ahead, throw a fitting in. Nice. There we go. Piece of cake. So I'm gonna go ahead, knock out the rest of these. I'll catch back up with you when I got all the grease fittings in. So I did 6 of these pins with the Bosch. A few minutes, I'm done. I'm really happy with that. But I figured since I got that Harbor Freight icon set, I should go ahead and at least give it a try on one pin and see how it compares to the Bosch. That worked amazing. I think it actually cut quicker and faster than the Bosch did. I'm impressed with that. Glad I got that kit. That'll really come in handy. So I got all my pins tapped now, got threads. I tested a couple with some grease fittings. They're threading it nice. But before I put the grease fittings in, there's a couple other steps I want to take care of. The next step I want to do is actually take all of the pins over to the grinder and put a little chamfer on the other end opposite the grease pin so that I can slide those in to the sleeves a lot easier. So we got a nice chamfer on all the ends now. There's one last thing I want to do before I put my grease fittings in. I just want to take some cleaner. I'm going to spray these things down, get all the little metal shavings, all the grit, because I can just feel all the grit that's on these pins. So I'm going to get this all kind of cleaned off, get some of the oil off of it, and then we can put our fittings in. Well, it's been a really long time coming, but our greasable pins are finally all done. It feels so good. I think what we need to do now is go put the arm we have welded together on the grapple with all the finished pins. Let's see what it looks like. Oh man, this is looking so awesome. All bolted in place. I'm loving it. I think what we're gonna do, we'll pump a little grease in these fittings. We'll take these two plugs out. We'll run this thing through the motion and just see how it performs. So we got some grease coming out in between the sleeves there. Looking really good. So let's go ahead, run it through the motion. I am so happy with how this arm is performing. It's coming together really nice. It's moving real nice and smooth. Pins are all in, bolted in place. They're not gonna come out. I mean, we got one arm done and on the bucket. It looks awesome. I am so excited. I love how the grease is spreading in the pins. It's all working really well. It's been a really long road to get to this point. I mean, I started this project almost a year ago. Granted, during the spring and summer, and even into the fall, I hadn't been working on it like at all. It's only kind of a winter thing. But it feels so good to be to this point. So I think what we have left to do, we have to assemble the other arm, put our supports on the bucket, get that all put together with the cylinder, and then it's on to hydraulic lines, which I've already started kind of researching and getting fittings and stuff together. So hopefully when the arm is all done, we're ready to go with lines and see this thing work. Just want to say thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys found this interesting, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.